Okay, today we're going to press up some coins. I've been waiting on the dies to arrive for the last 9 months. Got them out of the box yesterday and I've been able to press up the first coins. The people who made the dies told me that I needed at least 80 tonne, so I managed to find a 100 tonne jack. I could have bought a pre-made or a manufactured 100 tonne press, but they were anywhere from 8 to 12, 14, even up to 40,000. So this one was a whole lot cheaper. The press has only got to go up about 2 millimetres to press these coins, so didn't need a great big bulky press. Okay, so here's the press. As I said, it's based on a press similar to that Kevin Potter from Potter USA makes, and I recommend you check out his website. He makes some really great gear. And you'll notice it's pretty much like a big donut shape. Goes up over the top and continues down in one piece, down through the table, so that it's like a big donut shape. I bought 2 great big plates of steel. They were about 1.5 metres long and about 700 wide. So I cut this shape out with the oxytorch and also cut the section out in the middle, and I was able to use that piece from the middle to make the platens top and bottom. You'll notice there is a weld across here, and that's because there's 2 20mm plates welded together. It took me about 5 kilograms of welding rods to put this all together, and it's as I said, it's been sitting here for about 9 months waiting for these coin dies to arrive, and hadn't even been able to test it. Well, I guess I could have tested it, but I didn't have anything I needed to press to test it on. But anyway, as I said, I got these dies. These dies arrived during the week. So here's the coin dies. Obviously they're in reverse. Really pleased with how they've turned out. And they have a Christian message on them, because I guess I'm really wanting to share my faith with other people, and this is one way to be able to do that. And as it says here, are you searching for hope, for purpose? And I guess for me, that was one of the greatest things for me, was when I gave my life to the Lord. I did find hope and purpose through Christ and through his redeeming salvation. So hopefully I can be able to use these as a ministry tool and hand them out to people and share my faith. But to get to this point, it's been quite a journey. So over here I've got the coin proofs, and I knew I wanted to share my faith through the making of these coins, and so there was a lot of prayer involved in working out what the design would be and what the words would be and what the verses would be. So initially I just drew up some rough sketches. Then I found a pretty good program on the internet called Inkscape, and from there I was able to create a pretty good design that but in speaking with the engraver, it needed to be finalised by a graphic designer. And I'm not really sure these little marks, but it's something to do with the programming of the computer that's used when engraving these coins. But I think the graphic designer did an amazing job in finalising that for me. And even just over here, when we look at the coin blanks, looking at these coin blanks, it was quite a journey even to find those. And I had some people there that realistically they're only 40mm in diameter, 3mm thick aluminium, but some people were wanting to charge $2 for that blank. And look, I thought that there would be other ways to do that, so I even looked at purchasing die cutters to be able to cut them myself. And but eventually I was able to find a company in Melbourne who could make these coin blanks, and I think they ended up being about 30 cents each. Over here these are the coins that I made up yesterday, about 50 of them I think, and I think they've turned out really well. So really looking forward to being able to distribute those coins. And but anyway, we'll get this camera set up in a stand so that we can actually now watch the next process of the coins being pressed. Okay, so there's 3 parts to coin dies. You've got your 2, not sure if you can see that, light shining on them a little bit. You've got your 2 engraved dies, and then there's the collar. So the collar I'll get it on the right one first. The collar sits on top of your die. Coin blank. Sorry about the light. Coin blank goes on top, and the second die goes on. I've got a couple of little lines here and here just to try and make sure that the dies are opposite each other, so when the coin's struck, they're obviously not at different angles. Now, the other thing to remember is this is my first attempt at making or getting coin dies, and so I'm not an expert in any way. But anyway, really enjoying and really been looking forward to doing this. And so we'll turn the tap off on the hydraulic jack, take up some of the slack on the jack, and then I give it about 13 pumps. Not sure exactly how much pressure I've got on here, but this seems to be doing a good job. Now, I'll let the pressure off, and if I take the coin die out, and now I'm not sure that you'll be able to see this, but the pressing is not as sharp on one side of the coin, and that will be due to, just get these to line up, that will be due to a slight different gap between here and here, and we're talking about the thickness of paper, so it doesn't take much for it to not be lined up. So what I do to overcome that and to ensure that the coin comes out nicely is I just rotate it a quarter of a turn, tighten up the jack, tighten the jack up with that handle, and 13 more pumps. And to be honest with you, I do this, I repress it on every quarter turn. Yeah, and sure, it would be a whole lot quicker if I'd have made it a little bit more accurate, or if I had an air over hydraulic. But just for a backyard operation, it seems to work all right. I think I'm going to be fit because over here in a box, and I'll show you in a minute, if I didn't already show you, I've got 1,500 coins. So just turn him around again. Really pleased how the press is operating though, because they told me it was going to take 80 tons to press this, and I thought, well, I don't want to make something that's too small, and was able to source this jack in Sydney. It's interesting, the people who made the dies, they're in Sydney. The coin blanks came from Melbourne, and the bloke that did the graphic work for me is in Perth. So it's taken a while to find all the right people to be able to help me. So now we'll take it out, one die off, next die off. Now there's, not sure if you can see it, but there's reading in here, in the edge of the collar, just like a normal coin. And obviously the coin, when it's pressed, it expands into that reading and jams the coin in there. So I've got another press that I just press that out. So we'll move over to the second press. Might just shut the door on the shed. Okay, we're over here at the second press now. We've got the coin firmly implanted in the collar. Again, as I said, it's gripped now on the reed around the edge of the collar, so we're going to press this out. I made this block up to press the coin out of the collar. When I made it up first, I started pressing the coin out, and some of the coins, I'm not sure if you can see on that one may not be one, but the coins had a slight dome in them because it was pressing on the centre of the block. So what I did was I put it back in the wood lathe and I turned the centre out of this block so that it's really now only pressing on this ring around the edge, so it works really well. So I bought this press a year or so ago because I was really interested in making coin rings. Now I'm not sure if you've ever seen a coin ring or know what a coin ring is. Here's some I've made up there a while ago, got a few of them here. And a coin ring is where you get an old coin, you know, some are copper, some are silver. I use some florins, Australian florins, or Australian pennies. And basically you use a range of tools and steps and processes to turn the ring in, or to turn the coin inside out, and you can get some beautiful looking rings from the coins. So if you're interested in coin rings, check out Jason Stitchfield from Jason's Works, or Skylar Jenkins from Change You Can Wear. They've got some really great videos on YouTube about how to make coin rings. I don't think I'll make any videos on coin rings because there's some blokes out there who just do an amazing job. But anyway, let's press this coin out of the collar. It doesn't take too much pressure, and let's see what the end product looks like. There we go. Okay, so there's the finished product. Get it up the right way, get the shine off it. Yeah, so it's come out pretty well. I'm really happy with how that coin's turned out. Really excited actually, and really looking forward to being able to share my faith with people out there. We're living in a really changing world with COVID and so many social changes, and I know when I gave my life to the Lord, and I just felt God's love come upon me. I hope that I can share my faith with people. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, this is my first attempt at pressing coins. Never done anything like this before, so yeah, I hope you like it, and I've got a lot to learn still about pressing coins, and who knows, I may go on and make get some other dies made in the future and make up some different coins. But anyway, all the best.